Okay guys, I'm doing a brief overview of the Smith Wesson 915 that I just got in. I bought this on Gunbroker. The reason I spotted these and was interested in them, again, after years of liking these things, was I had picked up a 5903 from Classic Firearms, law enforcement trade-in pistol, a few weeks ago. And so they actually had these as well, and they were $3.50 a pop, which I thought was a pretty fair price. These were, I think, $3.99. So anyway, I started looking on Gunbroker, and I found one of these bad boys. Actually, I found several for right around the $2.99 price range, $300. So for $3 instead of $3.50, I opted for one I could actually see the condition of, because it was an individual, pistol for sale on Gunbroker. So they had actual pictures of the gun that I was buying, and so that was a big thing for me, that I actually kind of knew the condition. It has similar wear to my other Smith here, the 5903. Has mostly frame wear. Slide looks pretty clean. Barrel looks good. Rifling's good. Some minor, wear and tear on the grips. The plastic grips obviously are going to show some wear over the years of use and carry. But I do believe this was a law enforcement trade-in as well. One thing I did like about this one was the importer's mark was much more subtle there, being on the bottom of the exposed barrel portion there. Whereas this one from Classic, it's a CAI gun, so it was a little cruder. Now, as far as the things I like better about the 5903, I like the checkering. You actually have legit checkering here, whereas on the 915 you have just straight line cuts that kind of match the grip section down here. And just personally, it's a nitpicky thing, but I prefer the checkering on this one. Trigger pull's pretty similar. Maybe this one's a little better, 5903. And of course, these are, both these are law enforcement trade-ins, so who knows what's been, done to them over the years, and how much wear and tear is on each of these. One of them could have way more rounds through it. You just don't know. So that's a little subjective after, 30 years almost of, use. I'm going to go with somewhere around 30 years. So take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, you don't have the ambi safety on this one. That's another feature on the 5903, that if that matters to you, that's on the 5903 and not on the 915. The sights are different. I prefer, for sure, you've got the white dots with the low profile Novak sights, which I do like on this model. This model's sights are fine, however, they're a bit more basic. You've only got a white dot up front. The back is just almost like a revolver notched sight. That's what it reminds me of, a Smith & Wesson revolver sight picture. So it's a good pistol for the money. I actually saw another one sell for $300 this week, and actually two of them, I think. So going rate on these seems to be around $300. These a little more, and they're also a little harder to come by. So there's that to consider. They use the same mags, which is awesome. That's part of why I picked up a second pistol here, is because I could pick up a few spare mags, which I bought 3. I only got 2 spare mags here. Each of the pistols obviously came with a mag, so I've got 2 spares here, and the third one's somewhere hiding in the house here. I don't know where it's at. Somewhere upstairs. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview and comparison of the two. I don't have a hardcore preference. I like some of the features of this one better. If I were going to grab one to carry, I would probably grab this one. But it's not a huge difference. You've obviously got the curved back strap here, whereas on this one you've got completely straight. Although I think you can get curved grips for these. So, like I said, it's not a big difference. For $100 difference in price, this is a solid buy. So, you know, personal preference type deal. You guys can make up your own mind if you're in the market for one of these. You can also get the steel frames. They're a little bit more expensive, it seems like, as far as at least from what I've seen. So these are great pistols. I love the old Smith Wesson Wonder 9s, they call these things. Back before you had the fantastic plastic, you had the Wonder 9s. So, and don't get me wrong, I like McGlocks too, but honestly, I would prefer, if I had the choice, one of these bad boys. The only thing I don't like, again, is that drop-free mag safety deal on both of them. That's just annoying to me. I don't like added features that make things more complicated. I understand there's a rhyme to the reason, and there's a, you know, theory behind this, that if you got in a struggle over the gun and you dropped the mag, that a bad guy couldn't shoot you with a round in the chamber. But if you're in a struggle with the guns and the bad guy drops the mag, then you also can't take care of business. So there's that. So anyway, guys, just thought I'd give you a quick overview. That's my one complaint about this series of guns. Otherwise, I really, really like these things, and I cannot wait to get these things out on the range and put some rounds through them. I almost did it today, but it was wet and mushy out back there. We had rain for a couple days here, and off and on, and so the area out back, I couldn't drive my truck back there to park and set up for camera, for shooting very well, and I couldn't really set up the camera on the ground and get good pictures and video, so wanted to get good video for you guys of these things getting fired for the first time. So anyway, hopefully I'll get these. I'll get the Crusader Arms AR-15 out, and hopefully the Desert Eagle 357. That would be awesome if I can get all of these out there to the range soon. I'm also supposed to go pick up a Smith Model 66-1 tomorrow, and day after that I've actually got a Safari Arms Black Widow waiting on me, which is a super cool 80s gun that's a really rare piece. So might have to calm down a little bit on the gun buying here lately, because I picked up a lot of stuff lately. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching the video, and appreciate likes and subscribes too, and comments, you know, anything like that. Thanks, guys.